have you join us. This is Nationwide. I'm Ruth Aguela. President Bola Tinubu has expressed hope that this edition of the Forum on China-Africa Cooperation will address the gray areas yet to make the relations more rewarding for both parties. The Nigerian leader and Chairman ECOWAS Authority of Heads of State and Government expressed the belief during his meeting with the Premier of China, Li Qiang, ahead of his first FOCAC participation in Beijing. State House correspondent Musbahuddin Wahab reports.
The Nigeria-China partnership is getting more bases to become comprehensively strategic in nature. Just a day after meeting with President Xi Jinping, President Bola Tinubu is yet again with the Premier of China, the holder of the highest administrative position in the government and head of a state council. Here, President Tinubu assumes his toga as ECOWAS chairman and equally speaking in the interest of the continent. He appreciates that the spirit of the FOCAC is based on mutual respect and partnership that will promote development, happiness, peace and stability of the African people.
We are in this journey together. We believe that we can share a very common denominator, which is investment and development, to ensure China and African relationship is encouraged.
President Tinubu also expressed satisfaction that the strategic partnership being promoted is accepted by both sides and hopes that this forum will yield more benefits for Africa.
Africa is a huge opportunity for economic development. As a great people, I'm willing to partner for progress and development. What is lacking will be the focus of the FOCAC and the areas that we can collaborate to make the relationship mutually beneficial to all of us.
Chinese Premier Li Qiang was more specific on Nigeria-China relations as he said China stands ready to strengthen the alignment of development strategies with the largest African nation. Under the framework of high-quality Belt and Road cooperation, he emphasized that China would deepen cooperation with Nigeria in areas of infrastructure construction, finance, agriculture and fisheries, and expand cooperation in marine economy, clean energy, and digital economy. Li Qiang expressed China's willingness to import more quality products from Nigeria, increase bilateral people-to-people and cultural exchanges and cooperation, enhance coordination in multilateral fields, safeguard the common interest of developing countries, and uphold international fairness and justice. From Beijing, Musbahuddin Wahab, NTA News.
Back home, the federal government has approved the establishment of a youth house in Abuja, an innovative place to address the needs of young individuals from diverse cultural and social backgrounds. Minister of State for Youth Development, Ayodele Olawande, stated this at a media conference in Abuja. Olayinka Ojo reports that the event was also an opportunity to reel out all the government youth programs.
Available white-collar jobs cannot cater for the teeming youth population globally. With Nigeria inclusive, finding a working and monitoring solution is of essence. Hence, the plan to establish a youth house. The youth house, when established, will serve as a point of convergence for youths of diverse backgrounds and is expected to meet the consistent yearnings and aspirations of youths such as unemployment, jobs, and wealth creation.
The goals of the youth house would be to help the youth develop important life skills such as leadership, teamwork, cooperations, and communication.
The initiative, which is a strategy of decentralizing access to government programs, will not be limited to FCT alone. Youths will be exposed to skills that can be exported in the near future.
The youth greenhouse in all the local governments would be coordinated in partnership with all youth-related government agency and private sector.
In keeping to the pro-youth agenda of his government, President Bola Tinubu on August 27, 2024 gave approval for the establishment of a youth house in Abuja, an action that reaffirms his commitment to the welfare of Nigerian youths. Olainka Ojo, NTA News.
We're on to legislative matters. The House of Representatives Committee on Pension is engaged in pension administrators and other critical stakeholders to find a workable solution to issues relating to access to entitlements by retirees. National Assembly respondent Isa Mohammed reports.
Trust and funding of the scheme for a better life of retirees.
There's supposed to be increment in pension payment to pensioners. What have you done to keep behind this policy? Or have you started implementing it? Or what are your plans towards implementing it? Since our inception, we have paid about 286,000 retirees benefits.
If you don't pay the approved right, it makes it near impossible for you to be able to pay the person his lump sum benefit and for him also to choose the methodology that he wants to adopt.
Chairman of the committee, Hussaini Mohammed Jallo, assured Nigerians that the National Assembly will reshape the scheme to restore the confidence of retirees in the pension policy.
By the time this committee finishes its work and submits a report, I have no doubt in my mind the pension industry in Nigeria will be better, will be more better than we met it before. And that will lead us into the amendment of the pension reform.
The public hearing continues with other stakeholders. From the National Assembly, Isa Muhammad, NTA News.
In other news, the senator representing Ebonyi South Senatorial Zone, Professor Anthony Okorie Ani, has empowered youths and farmers in his constituency to promote food security and job creation in the country. Ifom Godwin Nwafo reports that the senator also used the opportunity to present his scorecard to his constituents.
The distribution of the over 2,000 bags of fertilizers to farmers and 65 motorcycles to women and youth drawn from the 57 political wards in Ebonyi South Zone by Senator Anthony Ani is to empower his people as well as boost food production in the country. Ebonyi State Governor Chief Francis Ogbonnanwif, represented by his deputy, Princess Patricia Obila, and other stakeholders commended the senator for justifying the mandate given to him by touching lives positively.
You have done well. You just entered there just a few months ago. You have rolled it out with actions. All the beneficiaries, remember, as you are being empowered today, tomorrow empower the next person by your side.
So Anthony Korean has been a man of the people. We know that anything that gets to him has entered a proper hand. I wonder when he will stay up to a year. That means he's going to be giving us more than what we see today.
Senator Anthony Okorie also briefed his people on his 6-month sojourn in the Red Chamber, reiterated his continued commitment towards offering quality and impactful representation, which he has done through different constituency outreach, including sponsoring bills and motions on the floor of the Assembly. He further called on his people to stand by the state and federal government for more dividends of good governance.
I want my people to feel my impact. It is my desire that my people will truly reap the dividends of democracy.
For the beneficiaries of the gesture, senator has exhibited quality leadership and promised judicious use of the items to improve the economy. Senator Anthony Okori was inaugurated on the 13th of February 2024 through a by-election conducted to fill the existing vacancy created by the resignation of Minister of Works David Omai following his appointment by the president in Abakaliki. Ifuma Godwinwafo, NTA News.
In the near future, citizens across Nigeria, especially those in rural or hard-to-reach areas, will have access to a broader range of services at all Nigerian Postal Service, that is NIPOST locations. Beyond mail and parcel delivery, NIPOST, we hear, is expanding its offerings to include registration for the National Identification Number, financial transaction, and access to a variety of digitized government services.
The Nigerian Postal Service, though one of the oldest government establishments, is constantly reinventing itself, upgrading its mode of operations, and adopting the latest digital technology trends to stay relevant in this digital age of e-commerce. With a super agent and international money operator license, the agency is taking bold steps to retain its unique position as the last-mile delivery partner for government digital services and micro, small, and medium enterprises. At a strategic management retreat in Abuja, priorities include realigning the workforce with the organization's vision and mission and onboarding them through initiatives being rolled out to deliver top-notch, customer-centric services that will retain the customer base and tap into revenue potential inherent in digital economy despite operational challenges.
Our market is for the average Nigerian who's creating small products in their hometown and wants to get it across from Ekiti to Zamfara, from Zamfara to London. That's where we play. So we're kickstarting our remittances products and our financial services products. So people in areas where they cannot find banks, they don't know where to pay, even government, some government fees, taxes, can walk into NIPOST, any NIPOST office and engage with government. I might be here in Abuja and we might do some sort of sports movements around, but these are the people really delivering the last mile to the Nigerians, and so they need to be here. We need to reinvigorate them. We need to show them the passion.
After this Nigeria meeting, we are going to have a re-engineering of NIPOST as a structure, NIPOST as an organization, and NIPOST as a human asset.
Comply with what the law says.
NIPOST has 1,400 locations across the nation. In Abuja, Chimdema Ndubisi, NTA News.
Sultan of Sokoto and President General Supreme Council for Islamic Affairs, Muhammad Sa'ad Abubakar, has declared today, Wednesday, 4th September 2024, as the first day of Rabiul Awwal 1446 after Hijrah. This is contained in a statement signed by the Chairman Advisory Committee on Religious Affairs of the Sultanate Council, Sokoto, Professor Sambo Wali Junaidu. All right, let's head to Lagos to find out latest developments there. Hingino is set to guide us.
Thank you, Ruth. Nigeria's 934 education structure is geared towards ensuring students attain the appropriate age and psychological readiness for the rigors of advanced studies. Despite several reforms on the age limit for university admissions, adherence to this policy has been defied, as many parents have failed to comply. Joel Pupola examines the implication of having underage students in tertiary institutions amid the university age debate.
Education, according to stakeholders, is broken into different stages such as pre, nursery and primary schools and other advanced stages, with each stage having an age bracket for effective assimilation and ability to cope with the mental rigor of each level. Going by the entry-level age for the different stages from primary to basic education, students are expected to clock the age of 18 in SS3. This arrangement has, however, been thwarted oftentimes by parents who are eager to hasten the completion, leading to admission of underage students in tertiary institutions.
And we do not prepare students enough through the various tiers of the educational system for the higher level of education, we may find out that we are pushing students that are not ready and that will resort at most to shortcuts to just get the emblem, I am a graduate.
The instructors at different levels of education are different. A university lecturer might find it difficult to groom a student with a faulty foundation, and according to respondents, this can lead to inferiority complex and other psychological constraints.
University is years back. I entered at the age of 18. So, and I'm already mature to cope with the university environment.
Psychologists have told us that there's a kind of a correlation between maturity in terms of age and learning and teaching in institutions. Development at the same time. There are key factors considered.
As the university admission age debate continues, the consensus is for all stakeholders to be on the same page to have a consistent educational system that will produce quality and confident graduates who can stand their peers globally. In Lagos, Joel Bukbola, NTA News.
The August break is finally over, with the cloud gathering momentum for more intense rainfall. But for communities around the Ogun River, it is that time of the year of pending danger, simply because the release of water from the Oyon Dam comes with lot of challenges to their existence. With this in view, Michael Olale visited Teledalashe community in the Mile 12 axis of Lagos to know how one of such communities is preparing for the yearly visitor.
An unusual quietness permeating the atmosphere of this vibrant community, the type that makes it difficult to comprehend that this entire stretch connecting 6 settlements is home to close to 10,000 inhabitants. The subject of apprehension lies here, with the rising water level increasingly beaming with threats.
We welcoming our August visitor, that is yearly visitor, has been so fearful because there won't be easy movement when this tide rises and the flood comes around.
Glowing on the water tide while waiting the next boat, Zainab Kadri and Nasim Mata has a next plan at her fingertips, and which will definitely be the same like previous years.
Whenever the water is getting to some stages that we can't cope again, I'll try to pack my families with my children. I'll tell my husband to look for a place to stay.
The community is not new to the harrowing experiences that come with the release of water from the Onyo Dam. And in my conversation with Jeremiah Fasomi, the pastor of a church within the area, the effects sometimes could be devastating.
In the year 1999, about 12 members of my church died there.
While using adaptive strategies through the provision of boats to navigate internal roads, when the water eventually comes at full strength, and building water breakers, the community members say fixing of the only bridge connecting them to land could minimize their plights.
We built the pedestrian bridge on a self-help, but around 2022, the bridge collapsed.
While I walk around the streets, this scene caught my attention. It is similar to a case of finding fun in discomfort, and the reality here is that people of Teledalashe community and others around here have mastered the act of dwelling with their dreaded neighbors. Lagos, Michael Olale, NTA News.
Those are the reports from Lagos. Nationwide continues in Makurdi with Charles Abba after the break.
We are glad that you could join us in Makurdi. I'm Charles Abba. The University government has started a partnership with a consortium to have and grow talents in the film industry. Commissioner for Youth, Sports and Creativity, Tekimi Kange, who presented a letter of engagement, reiterated the state government's commitment to develop the creative industry and reap the desired benefits. Elias Itiav reports.
The Nigerian film industry, according to statistics by the PricewaterhouseCoopers, contributes about 2% of the nation's gross domestic product and also serves as a huge employer of labor. It is to attract this immense potential that the Benue State government is engaging experts to develop and transform talents to expand the entertainment industry. Commissioner for Youth, Sports and Creativity, Tekimi Kange, while presenting the certificate of engagement, said the state government's target is to become a hub of content provision.
After thorough consideration, we felt that giving him the mandate to coordinate the film production industry in the state, it will help the state move forward, because a lot of talent that we have, the youth that we have, that have a lot of potentials, can now be brought together. They will be developed stars.
For the consulting partner, David Fiasi, the motive is to ensure that talents in the state become competitive and add value to the industry.
Before you get to see an actor on screen, someone must have written a script, taken it to a producer. Then a director is involved. Makeup artists are involved, costumiers, welfare. It's a huge industry that by the time we start producing 1, 10, 20 movies per day in Benue State, you will see that people in their homes will start making available resources. Everybody will be an employer of labor in this state.
The partnership also seeks to promote self-reliance and boost the economy of the state. In Makudi, Elias Itiaf, NTA News.
And on a sad note, a middle-aged man yet to be identified has been electrocuted while vandalizing a Jos electricity distribution company jet transformer and cables located at Ankpa Quarters area in Makudi, the Benue State capital. According to eyewitness account, the vandal was found dead with his lifeless body between the two poles connecting the cables to the transformer mounted close to the main road. The vandal had succeeded in using his pliers to cut off the cable from the transformer and was rolling the cables from the transformer stand when power was suddenly restored and he got electrocuted. The Benue State Police Command Public Relations Officer, SP Catherine Anene, who confirmed the incident, cautioned members of the public, especially youths in the state, to desist from nefarious acts and engage in meaningful ventures that would add value to their lives rather than indulging in criminality that would cause their instant death. This is the second time in the last 1 month that vandals have been electrocuted in Makudi, the Benue State capital. And with that, we round off our reports from Makudi. It's back to you, Ruth.
Thank you very much, Charles. The Minister of State for Defense, Mohammed Bello Matawali, has re-emphasized federal government's unwavering commitment towards eradicating the security threats in the northwest region. The minister gave the reassurance when he paid a working visit to the governor of Sokoto State, Ahmad Aliyu Sokoto. The visit was a continuation of the federal government's ongoing efforts to restore peace and security across the region, with a particular focus on the state, which has faced significant challenges due to the activities of bandits and terrorists. Governor Aliyu assures that his administration is committed to partnering with the federal government to secure the lives and property of every citizen in the state, adding that security cannot be achieved without the active cooperation and relevant information from the citizens. An innovative approach to food and nutritional security has been unveiled in Niger State, with the distribution of 1 million banana suckers to 250,000 households. Dauda Mohammed reports that the pilot scheme, expected to last 4 years, is a collaboration effort of the Niger State government with a private firm.
Anna, known worldwide for its nutritional value, is regarded as a wonder fruit. The program seeks to distribute 1 million improved variety banana suckers to 250,000 households in 3 pilot local government areas of Boso, Paikoro, and Chanchaga. Beneficiaries, whom are mainly teachers, civil servants, and housewives, are to pay for the suckers with their first harvest to an agro-processing company as raw material for production.
I will plant and nurture this banana and then sell out, and I will use the proceeds to support my husband, my family, and the community at large.
We will have something benefiting from it. Even if we don't have what to eat, we will have something to sell from it.
This program is a deliberate attempt to reposition the state strategically in terms of agricultural production to change the social and economic status of the people.
We have extension officers that will actually oversee and even, handhold them. They will, give them capacity on how to tend to them. So we don't want it just to be symbolic. We mean business.
We want to ensure that this banana is substituted to interested farmer people who can deliver, because we are going to monitor it judiciously.
The banana suckers are expected to start fruiting in 8 months. Dauda Mohammed, NTA News.
Well, if you're a banana lover like me, now you know if you're not buying, you can make money out of it, right? Let's hook up with Dauda Mohammed for more insight into this initiative. Dauda, we know Niger State has set that agricultural revolution, but tell us what is different about this program. And Dauda, can you hear me, Dauda?
I'm holding one of the banana suckers here in my hand so that you have an idea of how it looks like before being given to all the beneficiaries.
I can hear you. Go ahead.
Okay, so
yes.
As you can see, this is one of the banana suckers, and this initiative is as a result of the Niger State Green Summit that was held late last year to improve agricultural production in the state. The whole idea is to bring in small farmer holders like households and others to key into the agricultural revolution. These bananas are fast growing. They take about 8 months to mature and germinate and have fruits. And at the end, the moment they are ready for harvest, there's an agro-processing company that has a partnership with the state government that will now take off the first harvest from the beneficiaries. And to ensure that the beneficiaries work diligently in the program, we have extension workers that have been registered to go around to ensure that the program succeeds. Any beneficiary before keying to the program must give out his national identification number, his house address and location so that he will be properly monitored. And this is part of keying into the First Lady, Senator Oluremi Tinubu's program of having a backyard farm in most of the households across the country. And the whole idea is, at least at the end of the day, the participants, the beneficiaries, will after selling the banana, and banana is a fast-growing fruit. So you can find out that just one fruit like this can germinate more than 15, 20, and at least it will keep on expanding the farm and give more benefit to the farmer at the end of the day.
All right, thank you very much, Dauda, for that insight there. As a banana lover, I think I should think about going into farming. Thank you very much for that. Okay, let's find out what's happening in Port Harcourt. Dibabari is set to bring us our next set of reports.
Welcome to Port Harcourt. To enhance the operational performance of the police towards a crime-free state, the River State government has donated 100 vehicles to the River State Police Command. Osinachi Samuel reports that Governor Signala Ifubara handed over the vehicles with a charge for effective and efficient policing in River State.
Although River State has maintained top on the list of states that are peaceful in the Federation, in spite of the political instability rocking the state, Governor Fubara is still intensifying efforts towards sustainable peace. Hence the purchase and handover of the security vehicles to the River State Police Command.
Why are we doing this? We discovered that
response to crime scene, to attack, and to other lot of things were being slow because you lack mobility. And what we just did was a first phase of support to the Nigerian police. We also intend to come again to give you other sophisticated vehicles to support what you're doing.
Governor Fubara advised the security agencies against partisan policing and tasked them to be professional.
As a professional that you are, your duty is to protect life and property of Rivers State. It's not to protect any individual. It's not to be one-sided in the affair or political affair of the state. The politics will come and it will go. The enmity you're creating, for those of you that are partisan, will live with you forever.
The elected Commissioner of Police, Rivers State, Tunji Disu, said the support will go a long way to strengthen their tactical operations.
These vehicles will empower our officers, enabling them to respond more swiftly and effectively to emergencies and enhance our community policing efforts.
The state government promised to do more to boost the security apparatus of Rivers State to ensure security of lives and property. In Port Harcourt, Osinachi Samuel, NTA News.
A chieftain of APC in Rivers State, Chief Tony Okocha, says as a founding member of the party in the state endorsed by the national leadership of the party, he represents the progressive leadership needed to advance the fortunes of the party. Chief Okocha is speaking against the backdrop of a statement credited to former governorship candidate of the party, Toye Cole. Kingsley Amaji reports.
Chief Okocha, who traced the history of the formation of APC in 2014, says as the then Chief of Staff to former Governor Chibuike Amechi, he participated actively to the formation of APC and has not left the party since then. This briefing, he notes, is to clear the air, contrary to insinuations that he lacks the capacity to speak for the party.
For him to take to the media to say that I have no right, I have no power to speak for APC, according to him, the only reason he adduced was because I am a member of Wike's family. I have the audacity, I have the temerity to speak about APC in Rivers State.
The national leadership of APC, having seen his contribution to the success of the party, he said, finds him worthy. The latest endorsement by non-indigenes in APC, he added, goes to confirm his growing acceptance by the party's membership in the state.
You saw the outburst that came out from the people, saying that they were happy, they were expressing joy that the party has come alive again.
You know, you heard him say, you heard our chairman say, what was done in Oyibo over the weekend is going to continue. Our party is on course.
On the upcoming local government council election, he said his faction is in court because the law guiding the election has been violated.
The judge has said that he has a mandate of this chief judge to dispense with the matter. So all of these delay tactics, rigmaroles, that and that, will not work. It is still time bound.
Chief Okocha further noted that he does not play politics of bitterness. In Port Harcourt, Kingsley Amajiri, NTA News.
And that does it from Port Harcourt. The news will continue in Maiduguri right after the break. Good evening.
All right, thank you for staying tuned. To ensure reduction of crashes during the Ember months and beyond, it is a known fact that road users must maintain decorum through strict compliance to road traffic rules and regulations. Diana Ajali tells us more on enforcement by road traffic managers to reduce crashes.
For me, the Ember month is same as any other month you can think of. However, it comes with this different feel. That celebration mode.
Year 2024 is gradually approaching its peak with the era of the month, which is the last 4 months of the year, the Ember months. This month, often characterized by increase in vehicular movement, has become a period many dread due to scores of unproven myths that has become synonymous with this period.
When you have increased traffic, there could be increase in accidents. When you are trying to achieve, things in haste.
As many get involved in the frenzy of the season, resulting in an increase in the tempo of public, private and corporate activities during the Ember months. Clergy emphasized that precautionary measures is necessary to avert uncertainty during this season.
Everybody needs to be cautious, not giving to alcohol, not giving to excess of anything. Life calls for moderation.
When there's increased anxiety that the year is running out, I have not met my targets, there will be collateral damage, nothing spiritual.
The consensus here is that as the curtain draws for the end of the year, the need to modify extraordinary last-minute rush that could endanger lives and property is paramount. In Lagos, Diana Ajale, NTA News.
All right, let's get more insight. You know, it's the Ember month, right? And Adeola is standing by live to give us more details. What's happening in Lagos, Adeola? It's the Ember month. Everybody gets apprehensive at this time.
Thank you, Ruth. Yes, it's the Ember month, and of course, everybody is trying to put finishing touches to preparations, what they've not been able to do from January. They want to ensure that this Ember month, they, finish it up so that they can enjoy themselves. Now the Ember month is here. Definitely there is apathy between, amongst Nigerians, because there is a myth associated with the month, and the most popular being increase in accidents. But what many fail to understand is that there are a lot of business activities that come up because of these Ember month activities, people planning for the Christmas and the New Year, as the case may be. And we should not forget also that holiday period involves festivities and parties. These are inevitable during the period under review. Now, motorists and road users should also know that increase in traveling takes place this period. So there is no myth about the Ember month, resulting in accidents. And alcohol consumption is another one. So to talk more on the plan of the Lagos FRSC, I have with me Corps Commander Patrick Davo. Now, tell us the plan of the FRSC for the Ember month. What should Nigerians know?
Yes, the Ember months, as we all know, are those 4 last months of the year that ends with the word Ember. We have September, October, November, December. Within this period, the period is characterized with a lot of movement, because we have people who will be traveling to have their end of year meetings. We will be having festive periods. The Muslims, the Christians will equally be celebrating Christmas, and around the corner we equally have the New Year. And most people from the diaspora will be coming down too to celebrate with their loved ones. So there is going to be a lot of vehicular movement, and as well as humans. So within this period, the Federal Road Safety Corps is known to provide adequate logistics, and also to provide adequate men of the Federal Road Safety Corps to work on the road within this period. It is a period that a lot of activities, you see us everywhere.
Okay, so what is the different thing that the FRSC will be doing this Ember month 2024?
Like I'm saying, we have a lot of activities to do. We are embarking on robust public enlightenment, advocacy visits to traditional rulers, to churches, mosques, schools, to educate people on the dangers on our roads within this period. We have a lot of activities to do, and like I said, more vehicular movement and people within this period. So we'll be out there to seriously curtail road traffic crashes within that period.
Thank you very much, Corps Commander Patrick Devil. You have heard from the henchman in Lagos FRSC office. A lot has been put in place, and so we'll be, having less accidents, less worries, during December months. So, Ruth, it's over.
Thank you very much, Adiola. Of course, if you're a motorist, just be extra careful on the road. Let's take a safe trip to Maiduguri to join Ladidi for our next set of reports.
Welcome to Maiduguri. Minister of Youth Development, Dr. Jamila Bio Ibrahim led a delegation to Maiduguri for one-day official engagement with youth geared to uplifting them. Pauline Kujavana's details.
On arrival, the Minister of Youth Development, Dr. Jamila Bio Ibrahim, proceeded to Government House for a courtesy call on the governor to intimate him of her visit. The governor, Babagana Umar Zulum, reiterated commitment to empowering Borno's youth, pledging support for the activities and sponsorship of the forthcoming Zonal Youth Conference.
I believe in the near future, we shall work in synergy so that together we can bring lasting peace and prosperity to Nigeria.
At a town hall meeting with the youth, Dr. Jamila emphasized her mission to listen to their challenges, aspirations, and demands to seeking lasting solution.
The Federal Ministry of Youth Development has a robust youth inclusion strategy to capture and ensure that young people in the grassroots benefit greatly from the programs and initiatives of the Youth Development Ministry, especially the Youth Investment Fund.
Governor Babagana Umar Zulum emphasized the importance of youth engagement, while Commissioner of Youth Sain Abuba appreciated the governor's achievement in youth development and the timely visit by the minister. After sharing their aspirations and concerns, the youth leaders thanked Dr. Jamila for her courage and commitment, appealing for permanent solutions to their challenges to take ownership of their future. Dr. Jamila assured the youth that their needs will be forwarded to the president, promising employment opportunities and investment in useful ventures. The minister paid homage to the Shehu of Borno, condoling him on recent demise of Commissioner of Finance and Senator Kakagarbe's mother. Dr. Jamila then proceeded to an IDP camp where youth are being trained on skill acquisition, assessing their conditions and living standards before departing for Abuja in Maiduguri. Pauline Kujevana, NTA News.
The Alumni Association of the University of Maiduguri, led by caretaker chairman Dr. Mohammed Blama, paid a courtesy visit to Vice-Chancellor Professor Lamine Mele to brainstorm ways to amplify the association's impact nationwide. Mohammed Goni has details.
The University of Maiduguri alumni, led by its caretaker committee chairman, who is also the Director General, Federal Radio Corporation, Dr. Mohammed Blama, was in the Vice Chancellor's office to congratulate him on his elevation and present the alumni's mission ahead of the university's upcoming 50th anniversary. Dr. Blama discussed developmental issues and sought synergy, assuring the Vice Chancellor of the alumni's commitment to working hand in hand with the institution to elevate its standard.
This university is what made us whoever we are today, So we have a duty, we have a responsibility to pay back. And this is payback time for us. The University of Maiduguri has come a very long way. And not only in terms of age, we are not even talking about the fact that the university will be celebrating its 50th anniversary next year. No, that's not even the issue. There are even older universities that have not as much impact as the University of Maiduguri has made.
The Vice-Chancellor, Professor Lamine Mele, expressed joy at the visit and assured the alumni of his willingness to collaborate closely, emphasizing the importance of such associations.
The University of Maiduguri Alumni Association is not just any ordinary, it's one of the prestigious universities, and I'm sure everybody would really love to be there. But we have to create that platform for them to be. So I'm now calling on you, to maybe liaise with the linkages to see to the realization of this website.
The alumni proceeded to Unimed Radio, where they were received by the director, Professor Danjuma Gambo, who took them on a tour and subsequently featured the chairman, Dr. Mohammed Blama, on a live discussion program. In Maiduguri, Mohammed Goni, NTA News.
Those are the trending stories from the Home of Peace. Nationwide continues with Ruth in Abuja. Ruth, it's back to you.
Thank you, Ladidi. I'm picking up with education. Former coordinator, National Social Investment Program, Dr. Umar Buba Binder, is advocating technological evolution and deliberate commitment by all Nigerians for the country to attain the national rebirth that the country has been yearning for. Speaking on Nigeria's strategies for national rebirth at the induction of students into the Center for Leadership and Good Governance of University of Abuja. Dr. Binder believes that as future leaders, they must buy into national development, selfless service and dedication, using their God-given talents to meet national aspirations.
I can tell you, achieving these things firmly depend on the vibrance, connectivity, and efficiency of our mental capacity, of our knowledge system. And this knowledge system must be based on dynamic research, dynamic technology evolution, and great capacity to innovate. If you're not doing this, I am telling you, we can continue wasting our time.
As you embark on this academic journey, remember, the legacy you build here is not only for your benefit, but also for the generations of students who will follow in your footsteps.
We can actually intervene in teaching leadership, in training Nigerians on leadership.
Established the center and has been engaging authorities from different disciplines and various aspects of life to mentor students on leadership and purposeful governance as they venture into society to become leaders in their own rights. The Federal Ministry of Education has received a proposal for the creation of a renewed Hope Skills Center of Excellence to drive a highly skilled workforce. Minister of Education Professor Tahir Mamman says ahead of the formal launch of the skills integration into schools' curriculum, the federal government is open to partnerships that will turn Nigeria's economic and educational fortunes around.
Creating technicians and engineers give also a huge opportunity to the country in order to import industry from abroad, because industry from abroad can create their own center here in Nigeria, since they will find locally skilled technicians, skilled engineers, without importing those knowledge from abroad that is even very expensive.
Also strengthening existing institutions that are technically based to ensure that they have the capacity to deliver on skills and in various aspects of it. Now, the products of these institutions and what you are not talking about should have certification and have international acceptability.
In another development, the Minister of State for Education, Dr. Yusuf Sunono, has received officials of the National Association of Nigerian Colleges of Education students, who called on him to address the issue of conversion of colleges of education to universities of education, which they say is not in the interests of promoting quality education in the country. They are also advocating the implementation of the dual mode system, which allows students to study degree and NCE programs concurrently.
Remain as Federal College of Education, because we see this as just an attempt to eradicate teachers' education in Nigeria, which is not possible, which is not even doing good to the nation as a whole.
We are getting towards getting subspecialties in education. For instance, now, early childhood education, care and development is an area that is receiving international attention. They are working seriously to improve on the curriculum so that we can have skilled teachers who can address learning crisis at that level. Because some of the reasons that is making us to witness decline in enrollment in education is because people who are not qualified to be called into teachers are enrolled into teaching profession.
The leadership of the association commended federal government for addressing issues of high electricity tariff in tertiary institutions. And that concludes Nationwide. Thank you for your company. I'm Ruth Aguele. Bye.